and I'm here with Kiara Lorenz. She's founder and creator of Chestnut Mare Jewelry. So thanks for having me.
Of course, thanks for coming.
Yes. So why don't you just start by telling everybody a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hi. My name is Kiara Lorenz. I have two children, two daughters. Elsie is my oldest. She's 8 years old, and Genevieve is my youngest, and she's 6 years old. And I started the Chestnut Mare in 2020 in an attempt to be a little bit more creative and have some fun with my kids.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you started it during the pandemic, right? What was the inspiration behind starting this business?
Yeah, so the inspiration really came from my children. We started doing arts and crafts together and working with polymer clay, and I really just decided that I could do something fun and creative for myself as well. And so I started making jewelry and started my company called the Chestnut Mare. And I make just really, I guess I would describe my style as kind of boho / Southwest / romantic style.
I like it, yeah.
Kind of a combination of all of those together.
Okay, that's awesome. So what is the meaning behind Chestnut Mare? How did you get that name?
Okay, so this is a good story. So my oldest daughter has red hair.
Okay.
Which you would never think to look at my husband and I, who both have blonde hair and blue eyes. And so when I started horseback riding in college and restarted in 2020 with the pandemic. And anyone in the horse world knows that chestnuts, especially chestnut mares, tend to be a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
Sweet, but also a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
And that perfectly describes my oldest daughter.
Okay.
And so she was kind of the inspiration behind the name the Chestnut Mare.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So can you tell everybody a little bit about your creative process and how you kind of create your jewelry and what kind of jewelry you make?
Sure, definitely. So I create jewelry using polymer clay.
Okay.
And so what I typically do is I will roll out my clay, decide which color patterns I want to use, which right now tends to be more of kind of a marbly mixture and blue, which I love blue.
Yeah.
So those are kind of my color palettes at the moment, which I hope to expand eventually. So I roll out my clay, make my colors, and then I go by hand and I roll and create each individual earring and put it together and bake it. And then the last step is always putting a glaze on to make it a little bit sparkly and shiny.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. How long does that take you?
A long time.
Yeah, does it?
Yes, it definitely takes a while to make each of the pairs of earrings.
Okay.
I tend to work in batches, so I'll do a bunch of each color at a time. So when I time myself, it takes me about 6 hours to make close to 20 pairs of earrings.
Okay.
For the whole process to go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do you usually pick like, okay, this day I'm just gonna focus on earrings and then I'll do necklaces today, or how do you or do you have like leftover material so you're like, oh, I'll make this into a necklace?
Exactly, yeah. So I try to work with what material I've already made.
Okay.
And I usually go by what has been selling out the quickest.
Okay.
And so, which tends to be kind of my marble stud earrings and also my kind of turquoise earrings sell really quickly. And then on top of that, then I'll do the flowers out of the leftover clay.
Okay, awesome. That's wonderful. Well, what's been one of the biggest surprises about starting your own business? Right, you're a pharmacist during the day, right? Jewelry maker by night.
Yes, my day job is working in a hospital as a pharmacist. And then I have every Tuesday off, so that's kind of when my creative process sets in and I'm able to work on my jewelry. And the hardest thing I would have to say is finding time. I'm sure everyone struggles with this. However, I find that it's really an important aspect of my life now.
Yeah.
And so I try to just carve out whatever time I can. And also getting my kids involved to try to help out with the process. So they love rolling the clay and making the different colors. They create their own earrings and their own jewelry along the way as well. So it's been a really good bonding experience for us as well.
Yeah.
And so just finding the time to kind of put everything else aside and just sit down and have some fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, if people want to see your merchandise or get in touch with you, what's the best way for people to kind of see your jewelry and get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I have a website.
Okay.
It's thechestnutmare.com. And I'm also on Facebook and Instagram as well.
All under Chestnut Mare?
Yep, the Chestnut Mare.
The Chestnut Mare.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So everybody take a look at this fabulous jewelry. And then you've been in the area since 2010, right?
Yes, I've been in Springfield since 2020. However, in the DC area since 2010.
Okay, so what are some of your favorite things to do in Northern Virginia, DMV area with the family?
So we love the Shenandoah area. So every summer we try to get out there at least one time and go hiking and kayaking and horseback riding, of course.
Yeah.
We love to stop at wineries. The kids can run around and have fun, and the adults can kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah.
And walking your dog is always a big activity that we like to do as well.
Awesome. Do you guys walk in the neighborhood, or do you have like a favorite trail?
Yeah, so we love hiking, walking around Mercer Lake.
Okay. Yeah.
Mercer Lake and Burke Lake. Our dog is a little bit old now, so we can't go too far. But the kids love riding their bikes there and just, observing the birds.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me. Yes, it's fabulous. Everybody check out the Chestnut Mare on Facebook or Instagram or the website, and I will also post all this at the end of the interview.